Hi, I'm Rachael Thompson-Phillips coming in to do this week's energy forecast for the week of May the 7th through to May the 13th. This is a pretty exciting week because the overall theme is around believing in yourself. So let's go in and see how that unfolds with the BU Oracle cards. The very first card for Monday and Tuesday is the Strength card. Wednesday through till Friday is the Warrior Queen, and Saturday and Sunday is the card of Gratitude. So let's go and see how this unfolds. Monday and Tuesday, the card of Strength is about being able to express your ideal spunk, being able to connect into that belief within your own self. Now that can sometimes come about through being challenged by someone, through someone or something has triggered you to not believe in yourself. And that can be the initial start point that makes you go, you know what? I am good enough. I am a good person and I believe in myself. So sometimes the expression of learning to believe in yourself can be reverse engineered by being shown the opposite, the polar opposite. And it allows you to go within your own self and being able to come to a place of acceptance of who you are, and then being able to radiate that, your personality, your spunk, and understanding that every single person that walks this earth is different. We're not designed to be the same. We all may look, have, head, arms, legs, and a body makes us the same, but our essence of who we are is very, very different. And if someone is challenging you or making you question who you are, that is more a reflection of their own self, that they are projecting that onto you. So this is this component to just take a step back, take a deep breath, be able to go into that place of full acceptance and embracing all of your strengths, your quirks, your perks, your not so awesome parts about yourself, and coming to that place that goes, you know what? I am enough. And when you do, you access that true belief, that true identity of your own self. And once you get there, it is the most magnificent feeling that you will ever have, because when you believe in your own self, that is all that you need. And that definitely plays out through Wednesday through till Friday. The Warrior Queen is about being able to know that you may not have every single step in your pathway. Say you've decided to choose a pathway, like when you're believing in your own self. When we believe in ourselves, it gives us the ability and the courage to take certain steps and directions that fulfill you. And that can be a little bit daunting. And what can happen, and this is the key thing that we need to watch out for, is in that moment, sometimes we will want extra validation, or we want to be able to share that with other people to, help keep that belief going. But what can happen is when we look outside of ourselves, we're only ever going to be able to get another person's objective opinion. And this is that point of being able to understand that no one else's opinion matters other than your own. Now, I'm not saying dismiss. It's great to be able to have really great people in your world that you can discuss and mull over ideas. But at the end of the day, the decisions that you make need to be based on you, who you are as a person. And that's what this Warrior Queen comes up, because the Warrior Queen, she doesn't know every single step that it's going to take to get from point A to point B, but she's willing to invest in herself because she has that belief that you have accessed through Monday and Tuesday to go, you know what? I believe in myself. So it means that I've got everything within me to follow this pathway. So sometimes this is also can be a little bit of a point of when you are deciding and you've become really firm on the direction that you want to go in. Sometimes you need to just keep that with you within your own self just for a little while, whilst it builds in energy, whilst you're really building that momentum around that belief in your own self. Because you know what? The only person that can get you from point A to point B is you. So you need to be able to have these little access points that you can connect in with that are going to help you through the journey of getting yourself from point A to point B. And you can do that. And this is where belief becomes so important, because when you believe in yourself, it will give you the courage to make that decision, to know that, yes, you're going to be really scared when you go to make a really important decision, but you're willing to back yourself and invest in yourself, because you know that you're an incredibly smart person and you wouldn't be making decisions just haphazardly. You're not just making a totally random decision just as a point to say F you to someone else. You're making a decision because something has become triggered within you that is going, this is something I want for my own self, and only you have to understand it, and you may not understand everything about it, and that's okay, because that's where we get to have excitement, because sometimes by not knowing every single step means that you are open to anything that presents itself, and therefore you can make the decision based on that, because you know that you believe in yourself. That means if you believe in yourself, you trust yourself. You know that there are going to be moments where you have bits of doubts coming in, and that's okay, because you will have built the strength around that muscle of believing in yourself. So you are going to be your great adversary to help you through anything at this point, because you simply believe in yourself at such a core level. Now, for me, belief is that point, and this is just my expression, belief is that point of where you feel that energy rising. That's almost like the analogy of, like, if you think about belief being like a volcano. I'll explain myself. A volcano starts to rumble inside, and it builds energy, and it builds energy at the bottom, and it starts coming up to the surface, and then once it's reached that maximum level, then it will sprout out over the side and the lava starts to pour down. Well, remember that belief at this point, you've built that, you've connected in with that, so it's starting to bubble. Let it build in energy. Let that momentum continue, because what's going to happen is the next time someone may challenge you about who you are, it's not going to have an effect on you, because you've allowed that energy and momentum to build. And then when you're ready, it will start sprouting out like the lava. And then that way you don't need other people's approval or other people's opinions or other people's validation to let you know that you're good enough or that you're on the right track. Because remember, your life purpose was designed for you and no one else. So you're the only person that needs to be able to see where that direction is going, because you understand why it's so important for you, because it's part of your purpose of why you were put here. So other people aren't going to be able to understand that, because their journey has not been designed. Your journey is not designed for them to understand. It's only there for you to understand what's coming up and what's going to happen. That come by the weekend, you're going to be so grateful for these life lessons that have been presented to you, pushing you in the direction of learning to believe in yourself. Because remember, everything that is occurring for you right at this moment is part of your soul purpose, and that becomes a gift, because these people that, or these triggers that are enabling you to tap into that belief aspect within your own self is all part of what you put in your soul contract. And these people and triggers are just the next stepping stone for you to access this. So it's so incredibly beautiful. And we come to that place come the weekend that we have that component of gratitude is the best attitude. You will come to that place of being able to recognize that everything in your life journey has led you to this very moment. You are ready for this next step. You are ready to embark on things that scare you. And if it scares you, then that's a good thing, because it means that it's important to you. And remembering and being able to recognize that without some of the things that's occurred in your life, without those, they wouldn't have shaped you into the person that you are, to have led you to this very given moment. So it allows us to be able to look back over and be able to gain a beautiful recognition of knowing that Everything in your life has been perfect and divinely set out to help shape you for this very moment. And when we come from a place of gratitude, then we actually fully acknowledge and validate everything that it has taken for you to get to this point. Because you know what? Giving up is easy. Staying on point and on track to what you believe is the right thing for you takes so much courage and determination, because quitting is easy. And so therefore you can go, okay, I am here, and I could have quit years ago and I didn't, because I believed in myself. And that is going to be so incredibly wonderful for you, because you open up this new beautiful space within yourself. You start to embrace everything in your journey. You get to be able to then know that you've created this beautiful life, and that anything from this moment on is just going to be a part of a beautiful journey in the direction that is leading you towards feeling more passionate, feeling more joy, feeling more happiness. And as you know, that is an energy frequency that we're tapping into. That belief energy, that essence that I was just talking about, is building a beautiful frequency within your own self. And so when we come to that place of gratitude, we know that we've really cemented that belief within our own self. And we start to vibrate this frequency, and it elevates our joy and happiness. We get to see that there are so many blessings in our world that are being presented to us all the way along, and we get to be grateful for the person that we are. So this is very much a very big week of being able to understand yourself on a completely new, different level. So come by the end of the weekend, there's going to be a new perception filter that you will now start to view the world, because you will have been such closely connected to your own truth of who you are. And this is the greatest journey you can ever go on, is to be able to understand yourself on so many beautiful levels. So I hope everyone has an incredibly amazing week. Please feel free to share this video, and know that believing in yourself will be the best investment that you can ever embark on. So have an amazing week. Much love to you all, and take care.